Afternoon, everybody. All right, so some quick news of the day. Goodness for all you fine people before we get back into more hockey. The Islanders and the Devils starting up, so yeah, that's the only game that's on this afternoon. All right, so we'll see how that one goes. We've already got 2 games in the books. Of course, again, as I've been mentioning, not splitting up the reviews, just do them all as one review. So Jake Muzzin is expected to come back and play during Toronto's road trip, but he is not going to return tomorrow. Once they've got Muzzin back in the lineup, I'll be very interested to see how their defense holds up. I honestly think Toronto has an underrated defense once everybody's healthy, and that being the key terminology there. But I do. I think that they have an underrated blue line, and they're going to need all hands on deck because clearly the East is going to be a bloodbath come playoff time, and odds are it's going to be a bit of a war of attrition. So the more players you have, the better chance you have of actually making things work in the playoffs. So for Toronto, picking up Giordano and getting Muzzin back from injury could be huge for them. Islander news, Sorokin will be returning soon. They're saying he's progressing well, but it will not be today against the New Jersey Devils that he makes that return. So Sorokin out for at least one more game. Former New York Islander Andrew Ladd, he returns to the lineup today. The Arizona Coyotes could use him because they're short Nick Ritchie, who's been suspended. He gets the one game for the slash on Kevin Shattenkirk in that game against the Ducks. And so for Ladd, it's a chance for him to perhaps play a bit of a high-profile role because, of course, Keller's out for the rest of the year, too. And for anybody who's watching this going, I forgot Ladd's playing. Yeah, no, that's understandable. But yeah, he returns to the lineup for the Arizona Coyotes today, so we'll see how that goes for them. Nazem Kadri, bad news for the Colorado Avalanche. Looks like he could be out until the playoffs. So having a career year, absolutely fantastic totals. I mean, it's quieted down a bit overall, I'd say his last 15, 20 games, but still producing at a pretty good pace and having a career year. But yeah, for Kadri, now, of course, the question becomes one of how's he going to be in the playoffs, and I mean, his contract is up this summer. How much is he going to be worth, and for how long? It's going to be interesting to see if Colorado keeps him around for next season, or if he's priced out of their budget with the season that he's had. The Colorado Avalanche as well can clinch a playoff spot today if Vancouver beats Vegas in any form. So it doesn't matter whether it's a regulation, overtime, or shootout victory. If Vancouver gets some kind of a win, Colorado clinches themselves a playoff spot, which Florida now has. Florida has become the first team to clinch a playoff spot today. Of course, this is not a big surprise, but it does mean that the season's winding down. Once you start seeing teams clinch, it means we don't have that many games left. Also in Florida news, Jonathan Huberdeau got his 97th point today, so he has set a new high for points in a season by a Florida Panther. I would expect him to pass the 100-point mark this week. It is much like Kaprizov that it's kind of surprising that nobody's hit 100 points before. Kaprizov will be the first for Minnesota in all likelihood, and Huberdeau should hit that 100-point mark again, as I said, this week at some point. And he will be in the discussions for the Hart, yes, but I don't think he ends up in... He may end up in the top 3. It really depends on how people vote. But I get the feeling when it comes to the Hart, and I'll do a video on that at some point this week, where we'll talk about the Hart, because it's always this big argument when it comes to the Hart Trophy and who actually should win it. Because it's supposed to be to the player who is the MVP of the league, an MVP to their team. And, you know, without him, they're in deep, deep trouble, and that's why you'll hear McDavid's name a lot. Even if the Oilers weren't in the playoffs, we'd still hear McDavid's name a lot, and that's been part of the argument, right? Like Patrick Kane in Chicago. Without Kane, I don't know if they would have won 15 games this year, but they're not a playoff team, so Patrick Kane's name doesn't come up a lot when it comes to MVP discussions. So again, we'll talk about the Hart at some point this week. But congratulations to Florida on clinching a playoff spot. I don't think Vancouver beats Vegas today, but stranger things have happened. And today, the Ottawa Senators, they get a hat trick today from Josh Norris. He gets to 30 goals. Fantastic season for Norris, despite having missed a bunch of time with injury. And so that's 6 hat tricks for the Ottawa Senators from 6 different players. So well played, well done. And yeah, we'll see with the Ottawa Senators how they can build on some of these good starts and good things that are going on. On the Detroit side, well, at least the season's winding down, right? So there's that. But yeah, so Ottawa, I mean, is it a game that means a lot? No, but seeing Norris, and of course they had the nice ceremony before the game for Eugene Melnyk, and so it was nice that in Eugene's memory, felt like that was part of what spurred on Ottawa today. But I'll be doing a review on that game later, along with all the other games being played. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through, you just happen upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.